Wainwrights, or should I say the so-called Wainwrights. They're a collection of 214 summits located in the stunning English Lake District National Park. By the way, I'm Michael, and hiking these fells has been a passion of mine for the past 25 years. Finally complete my first round of all these summits alongside my wife Kimberly in the May of 2018. That first round took us 15 years. 4 years later, in the May of 2022, Jimmy and I embarked on an epic, self-supported and continuous backpacking journey of all 214 of these Wainwright summits. During our 360-mile mammoth journey, we climbed over 100,000 feet of elevation, the equivalent of scaling 4 Mount Everests. We completed this mammoth journey in just 23 days, raising over £5,000 for charity. We called this journey 214 in one go. Since then, my passion for trekking these fantastic fells has never wavered, so I'm really looking forward to sharing with you all my new and exciting venture, backpacking the Wainwrights, the Adventure series. The episodes in this series will cover my adventurous backpacking journeys of 1 to 2 nights, and as the name suggests, the Adventure series will be an adventurous yet informative backpacking journey through these fantastic fells. I hope to make you feel that you're actually there with me.
I don't want to come down, but I hope you've enjoyed the spectacle as much as I have, and I'll catch you later.
And if you're looking for more adventure, I'll also be producing the Expedition series. The trekking on this series will be longer and tougher. These extremely hard, absolutely epic journeys will cover all 214 Wainwright summits, this time in 7 separate, self-supported and continuous journeys of these famous fells. First, I'll take you on a journey of the magnificent Eastern Fells, a 57-mile journey covering 35 Wainwright summits and 18,000 feet of elevation. Trekking across famous fells like Helvellyn, Patterdale and Fairfield. Along the way, I'll be wild camping in spectacular and remote locations.
That's the spot for the night. Nice and protected on both sides by dry stone walls.
And I'll have to take whatever the weather throws at us, good and bad. And on these adventures, I'll have my little companion with us. This is my little lad, Ollie.
And the innocent little boy, he pinched the joint, so didn't you? Scoff it all, even though you've had your dinner. Oh, daft lad. Come on then. Come on, Daffy. Come on. There's a good lad. There's a good boy. You'll get to know him in due course, and all these little characters how he's got.
I'll be hiking across a varied set of landscapes, from rugged mountain ridges and high mountain tops to beautiful forested valleys and low-lying rolling hills. Occasionally, when I come down, I'll stroll through lovely Lakeland, hamlets and villages. And of course, the journey wouldn't be complete without quenching the thirst with a well-deserved Lakeland pint.
I think I'll stop here for a pint.
Along the way you'll see fantastic 360-degree panoramic views,
I'll just give you a little 360 of this summit first.
where I'll use my extensive knowledge to point out and highlight the surrounding mountains. I'll also be guiding you through these routes, flying over and simulating each day's terrain using a 3D route summary. And once I've completed the eastern fells, I won't be stopping there. I'll be backpacking the remaining 6 areas, trekking all the Wainwrights in the northern fells, northwestern fells, central fells, western fells, southern fells and far eastern fells. So this trailer is just a snippet of what's to come. So please come and join me while I take you on an absolutely epic backpacking journey of all 214 of these famous fells. What a fantastic route this one is. It's an 18-mile journey, covering around 6,500 feet of ascent. This one's a classic round, and it's one of my favourites, starting in Patterdale and finishing in Glenriidding, and covering 14 Wainwright summits. And I split this trek into 2 days. Day 1 starting behind the Patterdale Hotel. It's a stiff little climb up via the dry stone wall to the cracking little summit of St Crag. From here we'll trek over the grassy ridge, then up a surprisingly steep slope to our second summit, Burke's. Leaving Burke's and ascending higher, scrambling up the rocky ridge to one of my favourite summits, St Sunday Crag. Down the ridge to Deepdale Hawes, up over Copper Pike to the magnificent summit of Fairfield. It's then a steep drop down the zigzag path and up a steep little scramble to our 5th Wainwright of the day, St Sunday. Dropping down by Grisdale Tarn and up another zigzag path to another one of my favourite fells, the fantastic Dollywagon Pike. From here, it's a steady but gradual climb to our final summit of the day, Nethermost Pike, dropping down to the tongue where we'll make camp for the night. Day 2 will back the summit of Nethermost Pike before heading to the highest point in our trek, the magnificent Helvellyn. Leaving Helvellyn and crossing its fantastic flat plateau before turning at Lower Man and dropping down the Hawes and onto our 9th Wainwright of the trek, Whiteside. From Whiteside, it's just a short jaunt onto the lofty summit of Raise. Down the Dimper Sticks Pass and up the grassy slope to Stybarrow Dodd. From here we'd take the 90-degree turn, skirting along the side of Whitestones to the outlying fell and seldom visited, Hartside. Heading down to Nick Head, it's then a gradual climb for our penultimate summit of Sheffield Pike. Dropping down over the lovely viewpoint of Helvellyn Pike to our final waypoint, the little gem at Glenriidding Don, finishing off this fantastic journey with a well-deserved pint at Glenriidding. So I hope you enjoy this journey as much as Lennox and I did. So let's set off on day one. Although this trek starts at Patterdale, Lennox and I were staying at Pooley Bridge all week. It's a lovely little village at the foot of Ullswater, famous for its bridge over the River Eamont. The 250-year-old bridge was sadly swept away in 2015 by Storm Desmond. Thankfully 5 years later, a new bridge was opened. And the cracking bridge it is too, overlooking the many waterfront bars and restaurants of this lovely little village. And it's also conveniently placed for catching the bus along the Patterdale.
So this is Lennox here.
With my little lad Ollie.
Aye. Morning everyone. We're starting out a new adventure, this time at the Lake District. We're on a one night's wild camp with my nephew Lennox, who's just behind us here.
Hi.
He's been looking forward to this journey for quite a few months since I promised him we're going to take him up. It's really his first wild camp, so he's really looking forward to it. He's got his new boots on and he's all set to go. But anyway, our journey is covering 14 of the so-called Wainwrights in the Lake District fells. It's part of the eastern fells where we're at, and we've just set off from Patterdale, from the Patterdale Hall Hotel, and we're on our way to St Crag, which is our first fell. It's a one of 14, and today we're going to be doing about 7 Wainwrights, and hopefully camping on top of up towards Helvellyn, about 8 miles time. On the journey today, St Crag's the first one. There's some climbers here as well. Just having a look there, you can see them. Some young kids. On our way to St Crag, once we've covered St Crag off, we're going to head up a bit higher to a place called Burke's. It's a Wainwright. On from there, across the ridges, up over Coffer Pike. That's some jets as well. Quite impressive. Wait for that noise to go. Hopefully I'm getting them on. So I say once I get the St Sunday Crag. Fighters. Right there. Wait for the noise to go up there. They've all gone now. We'll get a bit we'll be able to hear what we're saying. That was quite impressive anyway, quite unexpected. So like I say, I'll recap again. St Crag first of 14 Wainwrights on the whole journey, and then it's just up here. On from there to Burke's, and then further on over the top of the ridge to one called St Sunday Crag, and then on from St Sunday Crag up over Coffer Pike to quite a high Wainwright called Fairfield. And once we get to Fairfield, we're going to be dropping down the dip into a place called Glenriidding Tarn. Grab some water down there. I will probably grab water after we've been to St Sandals, so St Sandals after Fairfield. Grab some water for our night's camping tonight, and then I'm going to head over up on the Helvellyn range to one called Wainwrights Pike, which is one of my favourite fells. Lovely views off the top of there. And then on to Nethermost Pike, which is probably the area where we'll camp tonight. Like I say, it's Lennox's first wild camp, so hopefully we'll find a nice spot for him. And then tomorrow, about another 7 Wainwrights, Helvellyn first, which is a bit of an iconic one. Lennox has never been up there, so he's looking forward to that one as well. And on from there, we're heading to one called Whiteside across the ridge, up to Raise, which is another Wainwright, onto Stybarrow Dodd, and then across the Hartside, and then the final 2 is down through Sheffield Pike, and then finishing off on a one called Glenriidding Dodd, which is a low-lying one just outside of Glenriidding. And we'll finish our journey at Glenriidding. Like I said, it's about a 14-mile journey in total, and hopefully we'll both enjoy it, and hopefully Lennox does. That's the main thing. Should have mentioned earlier, I've got my little lad with us as always as well. He's kicking about somewhere down here. Ollie's with us. He's down there just hiding, waiting for the stick to be thrown. Ollie, there's a good lad. There you go. So he's been introduced as well, and we'll see how the day goes, and we'll catch you later. Oh, we've got them again. Lennox is put us right there. They're actually F-15s, not Eurofighters. Straight to deal with. So looking down towards Ullswater. Stand on top of St Crag. Lennox, get yourself ready. Ready for the off. I've had a little break. I'm going to head on to the next one, which is just stand behind Lennox at the moment at Burke's. That's where we're headed next, along that dry stone wall. And then after Burke's, we're going to head on to the one in the distance there, straight ahead, a little bit higher, which is St Sunday Crag. That's our next 2 targets. So on these backpacking journeys, it's a good opportunity to, when you come across a good water source to take advantage of it. On this Eastern Fells route, there's not much opportunity for water. I've done quite a bit of research on it, and there's this spot here which is actually a good water source between here and Glenriidding Tarn. So there's a little couple of bits and pieces, mainly peat ponds, but this is a really good water source. I'm going to take opportunity to get some water for myself and Lennox, and we'll stock up with our water filter, but it's actually a good source. If you come and have a look at this, you'll see what I've got here. A nice good, can you see it, Lennox? Get in there. You can see this water's come down here lovely now. Just filling that platypus up. Although it's quite drinkable, it's always best to use a water filter as well, so I can use this to drink directly from. I can also transfer it to the other platypus, which is in my rucksack at the moment. But we're going to take opportunity, get ourselves filled up, and then last us a good couple of hours until we get to the next water source.
Striding Edge.
It is. That's Striding Edge. You know what that one is? That other one is yet? The one behind Striding Edge. You look on your map yet? That's the pointy one you saw. So you can work out what that one is.
We'll come back to that one later, Lennox.
It's a bit steeper than that one you've just done. Maybe a little bit. Not that much different.
I've got a pathway.
Two ways to go up there. Now they go up that ridge, see that ridge? They can go down the side and up the side. It's your choice when you get there. I like the ridge.
Which easier?
Shorter.
Is it Virgin?
So Lennox is back to sussing out that pointy summit again.
What do you say?
Casticum.
Catsticum.
Catsti.
Catsticum. Pronounced Catsticum.
You can see on the contour lines that
So which one is it?
Catsicum.
That pointy one.
Aye, I know that.
And then you got Striding Edge in front of it, and then Helvellyn's to the left of it. And then the other two, say along looking on that ridge there, if you look to where Helvellyn is, if you come along from Helvellyn to that flat area, halfway along, that's...
Swirrel Edge.
No, that's...
Lower man.
No, Nethermost Pike. And then where the end of it is, before you, next to St Sunday Crag, that ridge of St Sunday Crag, to the right of that.
Dollywagon Pike.
Dollywagon Pike. So we'll be camping somewhere up there tonight. So we've just come off the top of St Sunday Crag and get caught in a little bit of a shower here. It's a bit of a squall come over the top of Helvellyn. It's over that way. So waterproof jackets is on. Hopefully it's the last time of the day that it's on. There's Lennox. He's got his gear on and all, so he hasn't got any waterproof leggings on. He's made a mistake there, haven't you? Never mind. We'll get on with it, and hopefully shortly it passes through. So we had a bit of a battery flat issue there, so apologise for that. But it's still raining about 10 minutes later now, but looking over towards Helvellyn, it looks like it's in for a good now 10-15 minutes at least, maybe more, maybe 20 minutes. So Lennox is he's learned the hard way, I'll say that. He's a bit, his trousers is a little bit wet, to say the least. But we'll just crack on. We're heading over towards Copper Pike now, which is just in front of us there, and then onto Fairfield from there, which is just, if you just look around that corner there, behind me, you can see Fairfield in the background and Copper Pike. So that's the ridge we're going to, and that's where we've just come from. The top of that, which is St Sunday Crag. So we'll crack on now, and hopefully this weather decides it wants to disappear before we get to the camp spot. So that's Copper Pike straight ahead. Drysdale Tarn further down where we'll go next water source, and beyond Copper Pike in the clouds there is where we're headed next. That's Fairfield. And then we'll get to Fairfield. We've got to drop over behind that tarn to one called St Sunday, which is just straight ahead there, straight in front of the tarn. That's our 5th Wainwright of the day once we're getting Fairfield out the road. What do you say, Lennox?
Freezing.
Freezing?
So.
Huh?
Freezing. So.
Huh? What's he like? Huh? What's he like? There he is. Look. I think he wants to pack in and go home. But we're not. We're headed up to Copper Pike behind us. So come on, Lennox.
Yeah.
Let's crack on. Get it done. Lennox has decided he wants to stop. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, just because a bit rain comes. It's a bit bleak up here, isn't it? So, yeah. And here's the summit, Fairfield. So the weather's cleared a little bit now, and we've just finished Fairfield. Did ourselves a little bit, did somebody a good turn there. The one coming over Copper Pike, there was a couple and an oldish fella from the northeast, as it turns out. He was, they were both headed 90 degrees in the wrong, well 180 degrees in the wrong direction, which is easy done when the weather turns. They were over the top of Copper Pike when they should have been going down the Fairfield horseshoe towards Hart Crag. So anyway, they came back up with us, and we're pointing them in the right direction, so that's a good turn done. But please, that weather's gone a little bit, still a little bit on top of Helvellyn there now, but Lennox is drying out a little bit behind, and we're on our way now down off Fairfield on our way to St Sunday, which is down this path here, straight ahead. That's St Sunday there, so that's where we're headed next. Down this little zigzag path here, and then up a little steep scramble to the top of St Sunday, and then once we get to St Sunday done, we'll drop back down again down that dip, and we head up towards Nethermost Pike and Dollywaggon Pike first, then Nethermost Pike, and then hopefully we'll go to camp. But like I say, I'm pleased that weather's got a bit better, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But it's looking all right at the minute. Like I say, there's still a bit on Helvellyn, but it doesn't look too bad, and hopefully by the time we get there, it's stopped.
I almost fell over 7 times.
You nearly fell over. It's quite steep coming down there.
Right. Well, you got them sticks.
Yeah?
You got the walking sticks.
Aye. Well, you'll learn, won't you?
Aye.
Yeah?
Put your bag in.
You'll learn that you need some walking poles next time. You'll learn that you need some waterproof leggings. Like I asked you this morning, did you want it? And you said no. So you'll learn, don't you? Huh? You learn, don't you? Yeah? Big learning exercise, this one for you. What are you doing?
Huh?
You doing?
Put this in.
Uh-oh, here it is again. Lennox is going to get wet again. Never mind. Brand new boot.
Aye.
Yeah? Well, you have to wash them in the tarn when you get down there, that's all there is to it. Isn't it?
Aye.
Look at them. Brand new bloody boots. Yeah? Up the neck. Well, sorry I couldn't give you a better view, folks, but this is St Sandal.
But I did take this photograph a couple of years ago. This is what it looks like on a better day. But that's the lakes for you. Spectacular one day, gloomy the next.
Didn't want to fall over.
No, he might do, it would be good if he did. Go on. You can do it, lad. So we've completed St Sandal, Lennox and I, and we're now currently at Glenriidding Tarn. The weather's due to be in still for a couple of hours yet, so rather than heading up to the tops where you can still see the cloud line is, we didn't want to go up there and set our tent up while it's still wet. So we decided we're going to stay down here an hour or so, wait for the weather to pass, and due to about 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight, we'll start heading up and hopefully get a nice night, because the forecast is clear skies from 8 o'clock onwards, so hopefully it's alright. So then he's sitting there down there resting his back, and I've put my tent up just because I can. Put my tent up there just in case the weather does come in. We've got a quick shelter, it's only 4 pegs, so it doesn't take long to sort out. So that's up in case we need any bit of shelter the next hour or so, and we'll see when we get to the top. So Lennox is asleep. That's quite interesting. Good job we brought one of them raw mats. Snoring like a baby. So we've set off now from where we were plonked, where Lennox was asleep, and we've started walking up now. It's still a bit weathering. That's where we'll camp, by the way, down there, just for an hour or so, down by that little beach. It's the weather on the top of Helvellyn still looks like quite rough, but in an hour's time it's supposed to be going to be 100% clear, so keep your fingers crossed. And we set away from here at 7 o'clock with the thought of an hour to get to the top, get a Dollywagon Pike. By the time we hopefully get the Dollywagon Pike, it's starting to clear, and we'll move on a little bit further to Nethermost, and by the time we go tent up, it's supposed to be crystal clear skies tonight. So all being well, we'll catch this right. I don't mind walking up in this. Hopefully when we get to the top it gets clear, but kills an hour anyway. So we'll see what the rest of the night brings, and I'll catch you shortly. Poor lad, he's struggling a bit now. He's doing well though. Climbed 4,500 feet of elevation today, he has, 14-year-old. Should be proud of himself. He's plodding on there. Good lad. Oh, Lennox. Nearly there now, lad. Alright? Yeah. So we're nearly at the top of Dollywagon Pike, and there's this curious post. It's marked on the map as a post, and I've took several pictures of it over the years, and hopefully when I get back down before I publish this video, I'll be able to tell you what the history of it is. Lennox is curious about it, but it's a lovely little cast iron post. Somebody sprayed the back with like a luminous green, but I'm sure there's been loads and loads of photographs taken of this over the years, but just about 50 metres in elevation terms off the summit of Dollywaggon Pike. But you can see I've took loads of pictures, no doubt people have over the years. It's identified as a post, but I'll be able to tell you shortly when I research it what the history of it is. Still a bit gloomy up here, but hopefully clear shortly.
So anyway, this curious post, it's actually an old parish boundary marker post. Years ago, parishes would use them to identify a change or the start of a parish boundary. I wish I could have shown Lennox this view though. Well, you'll just have to come back another day, lad.
Ollie plays this game of hide and seek. He's trying to hide this stick, hide behind this tuft of grass waiting for us to pick it up, and neither of us can be bothered to pick it up. So you get it too. Come on, get to the next one. Good lad. Go on, you get away. Go on, go and hide it somewhere else. See where he puts this one. He'll place it somewhere on my pathway, and then hide behind something like a rock or a bush or something. There he is. There he is, stealthing around. Are we playing this like? Are we playing this? You little tinker. Look at this, you nutter. So me and Lennox have we've reached the summit of Dollywaggon Pike. Still a bit grim up here at the minute, but I'm still pretty confident that in at least an hour's time we're going to get some, this cloud should start to shift. But it's a bit of a shame for Lennox because this is one of my favourite summits up here, and it's normally on a good day it's fantastic. But anyway, we're going to move on a bit further to our potential camp spot on Nethermost Pike, and hopefully shortly the weather shifts. So we've made it just about to Nethermost Pike. We're on the summit of Nethermost Pike, just about. We're going to go tomorrow morning now, because it's sort of just up there. And there's a camp spot down here I've had my eye on for a couple of years now. I noticed it a couple of years ago when I was up here in the winter, and it's an absolutely beautiful camp spot overlooking Glenriidding. It's just on the little spit down here. It is straight down. I went down there and checked it out, and there's two lovely little camping spots. It's a bit grim at the minute, but hopefully, I keep saying it, hopefully the weather changes, and certainly tomorrow morning it should be quite spectacular, if not tonight before the sun sets. We're hoping the weather's going to change in the next half an hour or so, but we'll wait and see. But we'll get down there now and get our tents up and see what the night brings. So just in the murk down there you can see a little point. That's the little spit I talked about, and doesn't look much at the minute, but I'm hoping I can stick my GoPro up here at night and get a scheduled sunrise in the morning looking east, and hopefully, I know for a fact, seeing it in the daylight, it's a beautiful spot for camping on. It's right on the spit here overlooking Glenriidding, so this is it here, emerging out of the gloom, and hopefully in the next couple of hours it should look a lot different, but we'll see. There's Ollie running about. Ollie, come here to watch him here, because it's cliff edges. Come here, come here. So the two potential the two camp spots I've picked out, and where Ollie's sitting, there's one here, just there, and there's another one just here, this area here. So I'm going to pitch my tent and help Lennox pitch his, and we'll see you shortly.
Well, I never did get that view, but hopefully we'll go in the morning. Oh yes, that's better.
You still got that stick, you absolute nutter. there's our tent spot with Nethermost Pike in the background. Cracking little tent spot that is. We'll move around a bit and just show you the view we've got this morning. Straight ahead there now, that's Helvellyn. We'll be heading there next after we've been to Nethermost Pike. And then the little pointy one, just beyond the ridge, Catstead Camp, right in the middle. And you've got Striding Edge. There's no folk on it this morning, not yet, it's a bit too early. No doubt it'll be piling up later this afternoon. And you've got Ullswater further down towards where we came from, Pooley Bridge. Place Fell just by Ullswater. Then you're heading towards the far eastern fells there now, but looking straight down there, there's Burks. Straight along this ridge that I'm looking down. And then further on, there's the route we came yesterday. Middle of the screen there was St Sunday Crag. And if I go a little bit further along, Grisdale's down below, Grisdale Valley. And Grisdale Tarn is just beyond there, you can't see it from here. And then the middle of the screen there now was Fairfield. And then coming along a bit further, this is our route we took again yesterday. Middle of the screen there now is Dollywaggon Pike. Now if we come a little bit further up, there's one there called High Crag, which is actually no Wainwright, but should be, in my opinion. Anyway, it's a nice fell. So Lennox is just packing his tent up behind there now. My tent's packed away. He's just finishing off. But we had a good night. The weather wasn't so hot. I went to bed I think about 12 o'clock waiting for the clouds to disperse, and they didn't really. We got a couple of cleavings, but it wasn't too clever. But we've woke up this morning to a beautiful morning. You'll have seen the footage already this morning. I showed you with Lennox walking around on this ridge we're on. And I got a bit of a time lapse last night, but unfortunately my battery went dead after about 3 hours, so I don't think I got the sun actually rising, but it looks decent enough, so I'll have shared that with you by now anyway. Today we're headed to first one's Nethermost Pike, which is really just the top of that hill there. I mentioned it last night. So that's the first one, and then we've got another 7 Wainwrights to do after that. The first one, well the second one of the day being Helvellyn. Then we'll carry on along the ridge from Helvellyn to Whiteside, and then from Whiteside on to Raise, and then from Raise on to Stybarrow Dodd, and then we'll turn the corner there and head down to Hart Crag, and then finishing off finally on our way down Sheffield Pike and Glenriidding Dodd. Finishing off in Glenriidding, then getting the bus back to Pooley Bridge. So we'll have had a good journey hopefully by then, and the weather's looking good today. So hopefully we'll have a nice one, and we'll catch you later and see what the day brings. Cracking campsite, apart from the weather. Nothing left there other than Ollie's stick. So I left his stick and that's it. Clean as a whistle. The way it should be. And this is the summit of Nethermost Pike. Small little cairn. There's another one over there, which is not actually the summit. It's just a shelter, but somebody's trying to make it a summit. This is actually the summit here. Small little pile of stones, but yes, in a proper spectacular location. Striding Edge behind. Looking down towards Ullswater, towards the far east. So we've made it at the top of Helvellyn, and that's Catstead Camp straight ahead, and down there is Swirrel Edge. We're not going down there. That's Swirrel Edge, running up to Catstead Camp. Beyond that is Workhouse Moor in the middle, and oh, there's a Lennox. There's a Lennox standing on top of the summit there just to prove he's actually got here. So he's doing well. And then behind him, Striding Edge. And then there's the shelter on Helvellyn. And then down there, straight ahead, is Nethermost Pike where we camped. So far, it's been a canny day. So we're heading off Helvellyn now, and that's the ridge we're going to head along. So the one with the little path on there in the middle of the screen is there, Whiteside, and then it runs up to Rears further up. And then beyond that is actually in the far distance, that's Great Dodd, but in between there's one called Stybower Dodd and Watson's Dodd. You might be able to see Stybower Dodd over the top of Rears in the darkness. Got a shadow on it at the minute. And we're heading down there to Hartside, which is that one in the middle of the screen in the far distance, with the little grassy top on it. And then further round over the top of Catsley Camp, you've got Sheffield Pike, which is the one that's got like the shadow of purple heather on it. And you can't quite see it, but Glenriidding Dodd is beyond that, just at the foot of Bullswater. So that's our ridge for today, and hopefully Lennox enjoys it. The clouds have rolled in a little bit, but it's not too bad at the minute. There's the summit of Whiteside, and let's just chuck the rock on. So this is Stybower Dodd. Further down there is Watson's Dodd, and straight ahead is Great Dodd. 3 Dodds together. Poor Lennox, he's absolutely knackered now. He's getting there, he's doing well though. Thank you lad, you're doing well. Hartside, not quite the summit, like a dual summit on this one. Hartside.
I mentioned earlier in the trek, there's not much water on these eastern fells, so Lennox has drunk all of his. And the poor lad was parched, so I gave him the rest of mine. So he's now desperately looking on the map for a water source, so he can get himself topped back up.
Is it? I got a couple like puddles, big puddles next to the pool.
Aye, down here.
The poor lad, getting tough for him now, but he's done well. 14-year-old.
Looks like a face of a man that's tired. You tired now?
Another one of them parish market boundaries. There's actually two on Sheffield Pike, one on the Summit Cairn as well.
Just completed our penultimate 13th Wainwright of the 2 days. We've got one more to do. The penultimate one was Sheffield Pike, which we've just left, and we're headed down now. I'm standing on top of a place called Helvellyn Pike, which is a good viewpoint. Looks down towards Ullswater down there, and Glenriidding, where we're headed to next, it's just down there. And Glenriidding Dodd, our 14th and final Wainwright of this 2-day trek, is just down there. And Lennox is set himself away by himself and headed down there now. So I think he can't wait to go in the pub, because I've promised him a burger and chips for all his efforts. And there's a nice pub down in Glenriidding which we'll walk past. So I'm going to buy him a nice, well-deserved Coke and a burger and chips, and he's looking forward to that. Poor Ben's knackered at the minute. He's run out of water. He got himself soaking yesterday when he had no waterproof leggings with him, but he's learned a lot, and he's memorised the whole route. He's had his map out. He's been educating himself. I've educated him, and he's been a pleasure to be with. So he's welcome to come back anytime he wants. But I'm going to head off now, get this final Wainwright done, and finish off with a well-deserved pint down in Glenriidding, and I'll catch you later. Glenriidding Dodd, final 14th one. Right, yeah, well done, lad.
He's proud as punch, and so he should be. How then, Lennox? let's go and get you this burger and chips.
Go on, Lennox. Nearly home, lad. Nearly home. He's away now and he's got these sticks in his hand. You're fleeing now with them, aren't you? You're fleeing now with them. So the burger and chips is out. So I just spoke to my wife who was in the Glenriidding hotel here where we're finishing off at, and asked her to order burger and chips for Lennox and I, because she's with Lennox's granddad and grandma and their dog. And we asked her to order the burger and chips, and she's rang us back saying we'll finish serving hot for the 2:30. So we've been a bit unlucky there. Anyway, we'll have to make do with a sandwich and a nice pint. And this is the end of the journey. So there's the wife and the grandparents. Have you? No. That's the grandparents, by the way.
One Margaret. Second one.
Ah, you've clones.
And walking into poshness, not the luxury. Not of luxury. So this is what we're going to make do with, Lennox. We're going to make do with this.
So I think Lennox enjoyed it, and I hope you all have. So until the next time, I'll catch you later.